Florida State was already supposed to be good heading into the season, right? Well, now they got one of, if not the best wide receivers in the entire country. This guy's going to take them to another level. I would love for some of my Florida State Cinnamon Roll fans to please explain to me in the comment section why you deserve this hype. Man, oh man, maybe some of y'all remember this, maybe some of you don't, that's cool, but I remember telling you guys right when the college football season ended in January, right after Georgia plummeted TCU, I told you guys there's no such thing as an offseason. I vividly remember telling you guys word for word, hey, there's going to be nonstop craziness going on in this offseason, so you better buckle up. And well, here we are about 4 months later, and maybe that was understating it. Now let me ask you a question. I think we all know the answer to this. Why is there no offseason in college football anymore? Well, it's because the NIL and the transfer portal. The NIL and transfer portal have single-handedly changed the entire landscape of college football, and as a die-hard fan myself, I love it. I love it because it has made off-seasons 10 times more enjoyable and 10 times more exciting. There is non-stop stuff going on every single day. And I think you guys have noticed that. I mean, seriously, think about it. We are in freaking May, and players are still transferring to schools. The season is in 3 to 4 months. The newest and new transfer portal news to come out, though, earlier today, it was announced that the best wide receiver, or one of the best, I think he was the best wide receiver in the transfer portal, Keon Coleman, is going to Florida State. I do not want to overcomplicate this. That's what we're going to talk about in tonight's video. And let me add this in there. Florida State is a team that we haven't even talked about. But here's the thing, and we're going to touch on this in just a second. Maybe we should have been talking about them. Maybe that's on me. Maybe we should have been giving them more recognition. Or maybe we shouldn't. I really want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below. To say this is a big time pickup for Mike Norvell would be understating it, but here was my biggest question when I saw this. Why is he going to Florida State? He narrowed his options down to, at least what I heard, Ole Miss and Florida State, so why did he choose the Cinnamon Rolls? I really want to know your guys' thoughts on this down below. Do you think Florida State, with this new addition, is the real deal, or, just another overrated season? I can't wait to get into that. Also, I do want to speak on this real briefly in tonight's video. The new 2023 Heisman odds have officially came out. I don't want to spend too long talking about them, but I did think it was worth mentioning and throwing in there because Florida State's quarterback, he's on this list. It's not going to be a jam-packed video, but there is one thing for sure. It is going to be a very fascinating video. You already know the intro. If you like college football content, consider joining our community. By the way, major shout out to everyone that has already subscribed. Love you guys. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Let's go over this real briefly. The 2023 Heisman odds. This is my first time looking at it as well. You already know we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. At the very bottom, we got J.J. McCarthy. No shock there. Joe Milton, Tennessee's quarterback. I like that. He'd be a dark horse. And also Kyle McCord, Ohio State's quarterback. I think it's safe to say those bottom three guys are some good dark horses to have on your radar. Me personally, I wouldn't put my money on J.J. McCarthy just for the main reason, in fact, that he's not playing in a high-powered offense where they're going to throw the ball 50 times a game like Tennessee or Ohio State. I don't mind having J.J. McCarthy on the list, but no way I'd put money on him. No way. Going on up here, we got LSU's quarterback. This is also a good little sleeper, Jaden Daniels. Above him, we got Notre Dame's quarterback, Sam Hartman. This dude's like, what, 27 now? He's been playing college football for 7 years. I mean, he's bound to have another good season, am I right? I mean, heck, man, it's like Stetson DoorDash Bennett. You play college football for 7 years, yeah, you're due to go off. That is what it is. Above him, we got good old Quinn Ewers and Bo Nix. Quinn Ewers is Quinn Ewers. What a special, rare, and generational talent. Yes, that's right. I'm saying he's a generational talent. I love me some Quinn Ewers. Bo Nix, well, it's Bo Nix. You never know what you're going to get out of him. He's either going to throw 7 touchdowns or 7 interceptions. No in-betweens. Creeping on up to the top 4, though, we got Washington's quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. I see so many people high on him. I just haven't bought into the hype. I think he'll do good in the Pac-12 because it's not a defensive conference, but just not sold on him. The top 3, though, we got Drake May. Everybody's high on him, especially for the NFL draft whenever he declares. Jordan Travis, FSU's quarterback. And then, last but not least, you already know who it is. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Caleb Williams. Is Caleb Williams going to go back-to-back? No. We see it time after time. It is dang near impossible to go back-to-back just because you have to perform 2 times better than the year where you actually won the Heisman. Heisman voters, for some odd reason, I don't think it should be this way, but they are very reluctant to giving the former Heisman Trophy winner a vote. For example, if you win the Heisman Trophy and you throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, well, then next year to win it, you got to throw for bare minimum 60 touchdowns and 6,000 yards. Should it be that way? No, but it's very similar to the NBA MVP voting. I quit taking the MVP voting seriously when they quit giving it to LeBron James. Because if we were really giving it to the most valuable player, LeBron James should have about 12 or 13 MVPs. Keep in mind, most of y'all know this, I am not a LeBron fan, but I can recognize greatness when I see it. That is a different conversation for a different day. I really don't want to get too involved into talking with this because we'll talk about this in the future and it's so early on. But I did find it interesting. For me right now, out of this list, if I had to pick one winner who I think is going to win the Heisman Trophy, I'm going to say Quinn Ewers. I'm fairly confident in that. I think he's due for a breakout season. I think Texas has a lot of weapons, so I like that. But another reason I like Quinn Ewers is because he can get a signature and big-time win against Alabama at night. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just forgot about this. How come Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't on this list? That's interesting. I kind of forgot about him since they don't have him on the list. I'd have Marvin Harrison Jr. right behind Quinn Ewers at number 2. But hey, that's just me. You also can't go wrong with a Tennessee quarterback in Joe Milton or whoever starts for Ohio State. Let me know in the comment section, everybody on this list, who you got winning the trophy? I would love to talk about this topic for the next 15 to 20 minutes, but we got to move on to the main topic, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video. We got to talk about the Florida State cinnamon rolls. Ah, yes, the good old cinnamon rolls. Now, if you've been watching the past couple of videos over the past couple of weeks where everybody's coming out with their post-spring top 25 rankings, for some odd reason, Florida State is in everybody's top 7, top 8. And a lot of people have had them in the top 5, which angers me a ton, but I really don't want to get into that. We're not here to talk about that. Here's all I'm going to say about that. If you want to throw Florida State in your top 10 at number 9 or 10, I'm not going to get too worked up. But once you try to tell me that Florida State is better than Alabama and you're putting them ahead of Alabama, no, you're delusional. I can't have a conversation with you. I'm sorry. I don't care if Alabama has a penguin back there throwing the ball. I'm still picking Alabama to beat Florida State if they play tomorrow. So that's where I stand on that. But regardless, everybody's been hyping up Florida State, and I assume it's because they like Mike Norvell or because Jordan Travis, he's coming back. I'm actually curious, what was Jordan Travis's stats last year? Let's pull it up right here. Got it coming up. Okay, he had a little over 3,000 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 5 INTs. That's pretty good. Took care of the ball, and a QBR of 85.5. Okay. Pretty good numbers. Those are actually better than what I expected, but they're not superstar numbers. They're not Caleb Williams. They're not CJ Stroud or Bryce Young numbers. I'll give him this. I thought he was a good quarterback last year, but I didn't think he was really good. I didn't even think he was close to great. All I can give him is good. That's all I thought he was. There's nothing in his game that really made me fear him, at least. And when I say I don't fear him, let me put this into perspective because I don't fear many quarterbacks. Quarterbacks I've feared over my many years of keeping up with college football were guys like Tim Tebow, were guys like Johnny Manziel, were guys like Cam Newton. Who's some more? Oh yeah, Deshaun Watson. That guy, I did not want to play him. There's a few others I'm missing, but those just came to my mind. There's only about, in my lifetime, 7 to 8 quarterbacks I've ever feared. So when I say I don't fear Jordan Travis, don't try to take that as disrespect, Florida State fans. He's a good quarterback. But I don't get that sense of, yeah, he can go out there and beat my team single-handedly like a Cam Newton. Man, oh man, I'm just reminiscing about Cam Newton. You want to talk about carrying a team to a championship? Nobody did more with less than Cam. Shoot, man, I know this ain't a Cam Newton video, but we do not give him enough respect and credit. Anyways, that's besides the point. The point is, Florida State, they're getting a lot of hype. I genuinely don't know if I'm misinformed about this. I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't have the information I should. But I don't get it. I don't get the hype around Florida State. I would love for some of my Florida State cinnamon roll fans to please explain to me in the comment section why you deserve this hype. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to troll you or be funny. I'm being dead serious. I just don't get it. Is it because of the offense? Is it because of Mike Norvell? Please let me know. Fill me in. To go on top of Florida State getting all this hype, the hype is only going to get bigger after today because they have taken away Michigan State's top wide receiver. I said this weeks ago when he left Michigan State, and I thought potentially Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin could have had him. This guy is a dog. Florida State was already supposed to be good heading into the season, right? Well, now they got one of, if not the best wide receivers in the entire country. This guy's going to take them to another level. I will vouch for Keon Coleman. I am a firm believer that this guy can single-handedly boost your offense. I don't care if Florida State's offense was already good. He's going to take them to even better. I know what some of you are sitting there saying, yo, Matt, why is this such a big pickup? Why are you freaking out? Because last year he had 58 catches for nearly 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. Why is this important? Because Michigan State was pretty much terrible. They didn't even make a bowl game last year. They were 5-7. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Keon Coleman is 6'4", 215 pounds. Yeah, it's safe to say he's got some decent size on him. The guy can play, man. The guy can play. And just like this comment says right here, it's getting real interesting in Tally. I agree. I am starting to believe and think Florida State might have a pretty dang good team this year. I knew they were going to be a decent team. I knew they were going to be a relatively solid team, but I might be underestimating them. And I've also forgot to take this into account. Florida State, the Cinnamon Rolls, they currently play in the worst conference in America. The ACC has they have overthrown the Pac-12 for the worst Power 5 conference. The ACC is pitiful, it is embarrassing, it is a laughingstock. For example, if Florida State was in the SEC, I'd say, yeah, they'll probably go 9-3, 10-2. But they're not in the SEC. They're in the ACC, the worst conference. So at worst, I mean, dang, guys, we're talking about at bare minimum, they're going 10-2. And that is worst case scenario. Remember this. They're playing LSU in week 1. Whoo-wee. You want to talk about a game? That's a game. What in the crap is this? Check out this comment. Nathan Simpson said, Norvell is going to prove a lot of people wrong. Bama will be coming for him when Saban leaves. No comment. No comment. Stone Braley said he's going to get locked up. I assume this is an LSU fan because he's got an LSU profile picked, and yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think you're going to hold down Keon Coleman. You may contain him, but he's still going to get his. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm starting to think I need to give the Cinnamon Rolls a little more credit, and I need to start taking them a little more serious. Or maybe I don't. Let me know your thoughts on everything down below. But roll it.